Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome to my flip through. This video is going to be the talking flip through. If you don't like, a lot of talking, then I got you, and I filmed a flip through with no talking. I apologize for the music, but the link is down below. If you don't like the music, then listen to your own music. So let's start with this flip through. So this is just a book that I got, I don't know if I got it at the dollar store or, at my library in the used bookstores, bookstore, not stores, but it sort of became like, kind of like my memory journal, sort of kind of what's been going on during this whole global pandemic situation. And since it's kind of become like, a documentation of that, I'm sort of ready to make a new journal to work in. Well, and plus it's, we're running out of space, as you'll see. But yeah, I'm ready to, start something new. Even though I'm not done working in here because, we're still in the middle of this pandemic and there's plenty of memories, I think, to capture in this until this whole thing is over, if it ever does end. But so I wrote the date here, April 2020, so that was when I made it. And I'm pretty sure I made this journal on camera with you guys. This is just acrylic paint and paint markers, some leftover material from when I was making masks, little pocket here with a tag and a prayer. And of course it wouldn't be me if, I have a prayer on one side and then, bad language on the other. So I apologize for that. So I've got some leftover material from my mask making, and I wrote an ambitious undertaking, and let me tell you, it was. And this, I think, was done during the week of Palm Sunday, right before Easter. And I just wrote some, just some funny things that I was thinking of, like, COVID can suck it. Yeah, I apologize for, my potty mouth, but it is what it is. I mean, that's how we talk. We're all adults here. But yeah, this was just kind of my way of kind of making myself feel better. I think we were all kind of, anxious when this whole thing started. I mean, we're still anxious, aren't we? Because it's, it's not over yet. And this is also some leftover material that I got from Hisa, right? Yeah, Hisa. Thank you so much, Hisa. And I made a mask for my husband and I with it. Of course, now I have better masks, and I wanted to write down here that I scored some alcohol because, when this whole thing started, alcohol was very scarce and we couldn't even get hand sanitizer. And like, alcohol is still kind of scarce. I mean, I'm still having a hard time finding it, and then when I do find some, I try to get a bottle. But yeah, so I wrote down that I made myself a badass mask. Now I can go out into the world guns a-blazing. And just a few days ago or last week, I kind of wrote down, how I felt about, still wearing a mask. These are just some little things that I wrote down while I do, like Sunday prayers and like, church service, since I'm watching them online in my little art room here. And so that, was Easter, and just, just some things that were making me happy while I was doing some, weekly prayers in here. Here I wrote down summer lasted, about 5 minutes, or spring lasted 5 minutes. We have really a beautiful spring where I live. I mean, I think everybody does, but it was really, really beautiful this spring. And my best friend and I were thinking, we're probably going to have a super bloom, which, goes into this little flip up page that I did, documenting how I thought that we were going to have another super bloom, but I was wrong because the summer came in like a lion, just about. And so this page was kind of dedicated to a dream that I had of my grandparents, and I kind of made it also into like a vision that I had of my grandparents during a very scary surgery that I had a long time ago. And in my dream, I felt like they were kind of holding me up and giving me, their strength. And then I kind of made a little silhouette of my grandma's cats, or one of my grandma's cats. She always had cats, and a little clipping of a book that I cut out. And here it just says, "A wonderful dream is first-class mail." It really is. I think dreams are, when we dream about people that we've lost, it's either our way of, visiting with them, or their way of visiting with us, right? So, yeah. This page, I believe I did on camera with you guys. It kind of represents me and one of my sisters, who's the closest in age to me. We've always, because we're so close in age, we were kind of, always lumped together. And it's still that way, basically. I've got some pressed flowers here, just some doodles, a 4-leaf clover. I believe this is from Nina, or I think this is from Hisa. And so I just put it in this pocket here. I've got this little game card with a geisha that I believe I may have showed you guys this before. I got this at an estate sale in Dallas. I didn't write anything on it. I just, put it in that pocket. So, I've got, just little notes that I've taken here and there about, like this was on August 8th, just some, just a restaurant that my husband and I visit that, finally was able to open. I don't know about you guys, let me know in the comments below, like, how it's going. Like, are restaurants open in your state, or are they not open? Here we were closed for a long time, and then we sort of reopened. Our governor, let some restaurants open, and then I think after Memorial Day, our numbers weren't looking so good, so we got shut back down. And I think most places are able to stay open if they have outdoor seating. Of course, it's been 115 degrees almost every day for the past week, and it's been over 100 for the past 2 months, so I'm not trying to eat outside. But these are just some flowers that I doodled that are kind of growing near a restaurant in Palm Springs where my husband and I eat, often. So what is this? Oh yeah, so this was a swatch card from the drama sticks from Jane Davenport, and I just colored it with some markers and did some gluing and pasting and cutting, and like we do here. And this page I kind of just dedicated to my birthday. I mean, I don't really I didn't do this on my birthday, but it just kind of became dedicated to my birthday, which was July 21. I mean, as you can see, there's still a lot of space in here to do stuff and to journal, but I'm ready for something new. So this wasn't originally dedicated to how awful, and how toxic and poisonous and how negative social media has become, but it just sort of turned into that. And yeah, so I wrote down all of these things that I see people not only saying to me, but saying to each other, and it's just been nasty. And I mean, I've been guilty of it too myself, of letting people know, like, no, that's it's awful, but we all none of us are perfect. So this page is just a doodle of my window, actually, right there. Wait, am I out of focus? Okay, yeah, right there. And on this particular night, there was a mockingbird, kind of singing outside really loud, and I just thought it was cute, so I kind of made a little doodle of it. So yeah, this is, I was kind of copying a vintage postcard of, it's a picture of a statue, and it was a postcard, and I liked it a lot, and so I just kind of doodled it. I mean, it's not done. This page here was just some blob doodles. Something I like to do is look for images in paint blobs, and on this particular day, for somehow I was able to see a little bear, weird, sad little bear, playing with a tambourine, an owl, and a snail, which is really random, and it looked like they were, forming a little band. So I just wrote join the band up here. Little painting of the morning glories that grow actually in front of my house. This page I think I did on camera with you guys, and I have some pressed flowers inside this plastic photo holder, and I don't know how, but somehow I got acrylic paint on the plastic, and I can't get it off, so it's just stuck like that. But yeah, a doodle of a girl. I wanted her to be sort of resting her chin, on her hands, but I feel like it ended up looking like she's, ready to box, but oh well. Another morning glory. This little die cut that I got from Raquel recently, and then a fortune that I found in I think some jeans that well, no, not some jeans, but a skirt that I bought recently. This page I just wrote, what is essential, darling? And so it's got like all kinds of receipts from and shopping lists. Back when we were told, just only go out, go shopping for essential things. And so yeah, I don't know why I wanted to document that and save all of my receipts, but I did. This was just the piece of paper that I wrote the list of all the things that I wanted to do on my brand new sketchbook, my mixed media sketchbook that I bought, and I just bought another one because I saw that it was on sale. But yeah, and then some like gesture drawings, not gesture drawings, but like little, well, yeah, they're kind of gesture drawings of like just, random people that I saw in my paint blobs. So yeah, this was just a drawing of these really delicate flowers that were, honestly, they were like this big, probably, because, and I wanted to draw them because I was planning to not necessarily throw this plant out, but I wanted it out of this room. I have a bunch of succulents on the window ledge over there, and one of my succulents started growing these really weird, I call them alien probes, and I wanted to put them outside because they were just, I don't know, they were grossing me out. I don't know why I was getting grossed out by them, but I was. And when I saw that they started growing these pretty little flowers, I was like, well, let me give this plant another chance. But they ended up having to go, and I wrote pretty, but they had to go. And so this was like my little document of what happened. Well, I put them outside, and actually they're thriving really well outside. So yeah, so good news for them. And then just some doodles of some pretty plants, marigold, the orange trees outside, and they're still full of oranges, but at the time that I kind of was doing this and doodling the orange blossoms, we were having so much orange juice, and all three of our orange trees were just full of delicious, juicy oranges. And I wrote, meet me in the orangerie. I think because I was rewatching that series Versailles at the time, and I guess, I don't know, in one of the scenes, one of the characters said, the king wants to meet you in the orangerie, and I just thought it sounded like, a cool, romantic, French word. So this page is just dedicated to all of the disgusting bugs that were plaguing me all spring, and I put list of atrocities, and so I ended up writing down all kinds of memories that I had of all of the times that I was really grossed out by bugs. I mean, it was an awful mosquito season this spring. It's not so bad now, but yeah, it was really bad. And I put, monster mosquito, monster. Of course, I had to write in French because I like to show off. And the house fly. I don't know if you can see this, but right here I wrote, got one of your brethren in the kitchen earlier. Must have killed a housefly that day. So yeah, and then I wrote dead moth on the floor, earwig under the laundry. The birds eat them, so they're forgiven. So yeah, insect crimes. Yeah, stick bug. So one night a stick bug got my poor dog a long time ago. My dog's that one is no longer with me. He passed a long time ago. But got him in the eye one night. I didn't know that they could, secrete things, And one day, I guess my peanut got way too close to this disgusting, walking stick, and he got squirt in the eye. So yeah. So just some, list of bug atrocities. And then speaking of bugs and nature, I just wrote one day about how, because at the time, at the very beginning of, our quarantine, when everything was closed and it was still spring, people here, at least where I live, weren't really driving or going anywhere except to the grocery store. And so it almost felt like, nature was kind of taking over. And there was like this one road runner. So we have a lot of road runners anyway, but most of them are, they usually stay away, especially for me because I've got 2 dogs with me all the time. But there was this one particular juvenile road runner that would, look at me and kind of not, it wouldn't run away from me. And I'm not saying that I would want it to, but I don't really, first of all, I don't want my dogs to get a hold of any kind of bird and kill a bird. I don't think I could handle that kind of trauma. But this particular bird was sort of like taunting us, and it would just look at us. Like every time I would go, by this fence, it would hang out on this, on this fence and like look at us like, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what. So I kind of, I drew him one day and I wrote, if I had a crown like that, I would show it off too. They are beautiful. Of course, my potty mouth, I put, try me bitch. And because I feel like that's what that roadrunner was kind of saying to me. Hi, Mouse. Hi, Mr. Mouser. So, anyway, so yeah, so that's what that's about. Just a little doodle of coffee. Yeah, I had the antibody test. If you've had the antibody test, let me know. And I really thought that I had already had COVID because my husband had traveled to San Fran around the time, like I want to say right before they shut down San Francisco. My husband had flew up there to go to his work in the Silicon Valley, and so he was there, and he brought home this really horrible illness, disease, whatever it was, and it was very different. It felt a lot like what they're saying COVID feels like, and so he and I thought that we had already had it, but when we had the antibody test, our antibody test said, nope, you ain't got the antibody, so we don't have it. Of course, we were social distancing and, doing everything we were supposed to do anyway, but I just wanted to, document that. This is the tag from Raquel. This is a swatch card from Jane Davenport. I think it's the Drama Sticks. And then this page. I don't know why, but I wanted to draw a woman dancing in her bathrobe, and I wrote first world problems. I think it's because I was on the phone complaining while I was doing this. I was on the phone complaining to my best friend about wanting the nail places to be open because I want to get my nails done. And then I wrote here, you know, quick dry nail polish is your friend, because it is, you know. Right now I'm doing my own nails. So, yeah. I just recently doodled this over, you know, a doodle of a wine glass. And this is, you know, a lemon. And it says jus de citron here, right here. This is, I don't know if I'm going to keep this in here. I originally had sort of a floating signature in here, but I've got, you know, some doodles, and then there's nothing in here. And then just all kinds of words that begin with I on this page. Of course, inoculation was one of them, and immunity. So, yeah. This was just a drawing of these camellias that were budding in my backyard. I recently glued some more stuff on here. I believe it was in my last video, but I'm not sure. This is a doodle I did of some birds. I guess they were called warblers, yellow warblers. So that's the female, and I think this is the male. And they were building a beautiful, like, cute little pouch-looking nest in a ficus tree that was, you know, close to my my bedroom door. Like, I have a sliding glass door in my bedroom, and so I was like watching these birds every day, you know, working so hard and being so cute. I mean, they were like this big, building a nest, and I wrote this, and then here, the nest they worked so hard to build is now a crime scene because I don't know what got to them, but one day I saw like little teeny tiny broken eggs and like dead, you know, dead baby embryo bird like things dead on the ground, and there was nothing I could do about it, and it traumatized me. But I mean, you know, that's what happens in the springtime. And the mockingbirds, I put the mockingbirds are mocking bees who kiss, because they were like, it's like they were taunting her from the window. And so I put, hey little girl, want a piece of candy on this little doodle I did. There's a pomegranate bush that grows in my backyard, and last fall I actually had a pomegranate ripen, you know, right there before my eyes. Of course I didn't eat it because I was too chicken, but I drew a little pomegranate there. This year I didn't have one, but we'll see in the fall maybe. And so yeah, so that was a fun page to do. This page is just a little pocket that has a recipe to some really delicious like slaw, like a vinaigrette sort of apple vinegar slaw, apple cider vinegar slaw, and it is really good. So if you want to pause and you know, write this down, you know, be my guest, because it is delicious. And you know, it's a good summer kind of thing to eat, you know, on the side. So yeah, and of course this little sticker from the kitchen of Angel Marie, some doodles with I think this was my Jane Davenport watercolor or water pastels, and some acrylic markers. Same here, just acrylic and Jane Davenport pastels. This was a drawing that I did of my wonderful scissors that I was so thankful for, and that's why I decided to draw them one day, because this was while I was making masks, and I'm not making them anymore. I had to stop. It was just giving me too much anxiety, but I just was so thankful for how well these scissors were performing, even though I had, you know, I had been using them, and getting glue on them and getting paint on them this whole time. And when I realized that, or remembered that they were, sewing scissors, and I started using them, I just was so thankful that they were performing so well at cutting materials so that I could make masks for my loved ones. So that's what this page was all about. This page was, this is just like a little bag that I ordered a bracelet, and this was just the wrapping that it came in. It's a piece of faith jewelry that is made by a friend of mine, and I'll put the link down below to her Instagram. This is from Raquel, of course. This is from a note from Hisa when she sent me that beautiful package of stuff. And this was the note that I got from my friend that made some jewelry that, or a bracelet that I ordered from her. So just a doodle. I feel like this looks like a synchronized swimmer. I don't know why, but she does. And so I've just, decided that that's what she is. And this is just, ink, marker, leftover paint. I think this is watercolor, and yeah, that's it. Just a doodle. So these pages, even though they don't look like my grandma and my great-grandmother, this is kind of dedicated to them because one of my cousins had asked me to paint something for her. And so I posted on my Instagram, to all my West Virginia cousins and family members. That's where my dad's from. And so I've got a lot of family up in West Virginia. So I asked them to post some pictures of West Virginia, and one of my aunts, well, my dad's sister, who's my only, his only sister, my aunt, but she posted a picture of my grandmother in a garden with a blue dress on. And so at that time I was just doodling, women with flowers around them wearing a blue dress. And I was hoping this would kind of come out looking like my grandma, but of course it didn't. My grandma does not look like Raggedy Ann, first of all, and she actually brushed her hair, but it's still okay. I mean, it's representative of the feeling of that I get when I look at that picture of my grandma, because I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And then there was another picture of my great-grandmother making this pose. And my sister and I, both my sisters and I, we pose like that all the time. So to see a picture of my great-grandma, making this kind of pose, sassy pose, it made me really happy. And so I wanted to doodle somebody posing like that. So yeah, so that's what these pages are about. So this page, yeah, of course I wrote Black Lives Matter. I mean, I didn't have anything to put on this page, and a lot of the protests were going on. I just wanted to dedicate, a page to, saying that. Yeah, because, let's be honest here. That is definitely how I feel. And that's fine. That's fine. So today, this is today actually, 8/17, I just got my flu shot. I literally just got my flu shot about 2 hours ago. Hopefully I'm not going to be feeling bad, but, I usually do okay. But yeah, this was the flyer at CVS that they had there that, was just mentioning all the vaccines that they had. And so I cut it out and glued that in. And since there were only 2 owls here, and I needed to have 3, I just doodled in this extra owl. So yeah, I was trying to draw Anne of Green Gables, because I had been watching that show again, watching Anne with an E. It's such a wholesome non-anxiety kind of show. It's just such a cute little show, and the visual is really beautiful, and I just really liked it, and so I thought I would dedicate a page to that. And then I wanted to write down on this side all the other shows that I was binge watching, but I haven't done that yet, so maybe I'll do that later. This was my little contribution, well, my only contribution to Mermay. I decided to do a merman or a merboy. I wanted this to be like a young, like a kid, maybe like a 10-year-old little merboy. So yes, that's what that was. This is my best friend's ass. Anytime you see an ass and an ass, I shouldn't say ass, a bootay, with a doodle of a bicycle, that represents my very best friend, Wendy. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys why, but I won't go into it now. It's a funny story. I'll tell you guys later. This is just the warranty from some binoculars that my husband and I bought some binoculars so that we could see the comet a few weeks ago, but we never found it. But we did see Venus and one of her moons, so I was able to write that down. So here's a little painting, scrap painting, leftover painting of some cactus. A little tag with a quote by Maya Angelou. And I'm not really done with it. Like, so you see, there's still a lot of space. Like I could write something over this, or glue something over this, or continue to collage, or like even this page. This was like notes that I was taking of people's names and how many masks they needed back when I was sewing masks, and then I really had to stop sewing masks. It was giving me anxiety because I felt like, they're not good enough. I'm not making them fast enough, and, I'm not getting them out fast enough. And so I thought, let me just, finish out my material, and then I'll stop making masks, because I was just getting way too much anxiety. So I made about, I think, 65 masks, and then I sent them out to people. So, that was my contribution to the people that I loved. And, if they could wear them or not wear them or give them away, it was fine with me. It just made me feel good to, sort of feel like I could, protect them. I know that was kind of how I was dealing with, feeling like I miss my family, back home, and all my people back home in Florida, because I couldn't visit them. Back when I was supposed to visit them, I had to cancel my trip, and I felt like, let me make them some masks. So that's what I did. And then this was just a doodle of just someone I was watching, I think a makeup channel, and I forget who. It may have been Allie Glines. I know this doesn't look like Allie Glines, but she has this really pretty oval-shaped face, and she looks like a ballerina. And so I just kind of did a doodle of her while I was watching a skincare video. So this is just obviously a bunch of stuff that I glued in and doodled in. These little sketches are of people at my church during morning prayer. Well, this is morning prayer, and I think this is morning prayer too. But yeah, while I was doing my prayers here online on YouTube, because I don't go to church here. And even if I did go to church here, I wouldn't go right now, because I don't think it's safe right now. So a doodle of the hummingbirds, and some leftover packaging from some sugar. That's just a constant theme in all of my junk journals, is how much I love my junk, my hummingbirds. I've got a feeder right now, actually, right there on my window. So another doodle here. This, I don't know if you can see this because there's a glare, but it's kind of a little ink drawing of a girl, And I know I should probably make it darker, but I love how soft and subtle it is. And it just kind of, I don't know, it just really captured, I thought, just, you know, of someone really happy about how beautiful the spring was. And so I just left it like that. And then, so this page is just, I don't know, just a little bit of nothing something, right? This is actually, I cut this out of a magazine. I forget the name of the artist. I think it's written here, Chaucer. I'm so sorry, but he's a local artist here in the Palm Springs area. And so this was just sort of me kind of, making fun of myself, kind of imagining myself as like this sort of superhero, making masks for people, and I just wrote, "Do you need a mask, my love?" And I don't know why, but Karl Lagerfeld needed to go here, and he's saying, "Mais oui, chérie," which means, well, yes, my love, or my darling. Actually, no, just darling. Or, but yes, darling. Actually, that's a better translation. And then I wanted to doodle my sewing machine here, because, I wrote, "My sewing machine is a bad mamma jamma," because it is. I mean, she gave me a rough time, but it was a good time, and I'll always be thankful that I was able to make some masks, for my mom and dad and my brother, and whoever needed one at the time that I was making them. And so, of course, here it is, another woman in a blue dress, and obviously this is unfinished, but yeah, and I don't know why I wanted her posing that way while pouring a pitcher of water, but I just did. So yeah, and then just some doodles of, oh, there goes Mouser. So just some doodles of some birds, and I wrote, "It was such a beautiful spring," because it was, and it's like a hot summer now, because it is very hot. This I did with my new oil pastels and some Gamsol. I was just kind of, trying to learn how to blend them. So yeah, and then this is kind of I guess this is kind of a self-portrait, sort of, and I don't know why I look so sad. I must have been sad that day, I don't know. So I just wrote down, "Will this shutdown ever end?" Because I don't think it ever will. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it. It will, though, we'll be okay. But I wanted to show you, this here was what I used to doodle my little dove here. I mean, we've got mourning doves everywhere. And then this was my, just a receipt from when I ordered more fabric. Just some doodles here, and then this little U.S. Navy blimp, and this little, I think this was a Christmas card, yeah, Christmas card from my aunt, my dad's sister, that has angels on it, and so that's everything that I put in this pocket. So yeah, that's the end of my flip through. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got any ideas of what I can put on the cover. If I end up posting this video by the time I decide to go ahead and decorate this cover, because I really don't like, I don't mind the purple, but I'm not a big fan of this pukey yellow. And I want it to be, something prettier. So I might just do that on camera with you guys. I'm not sure. But anyway, I really want to say thank you to both Hisa and Raquel for sending me so many beautiful things that ended up, going into this junk journal, and also some stuff from Nina, I'm sure I've got in here. And also let me know how you're doing, what you're doing, how your summer's been, how the weather is where you are, and if there's anything that you'd like to see here on this channel. Yeah, let me know. Talk to me, you guys. Don't be shy. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my flip through, and And yeah, I will see you guys in the very next video. Until then, do something right now, do something today that makes you happy and brings you some joy in your life. And I will see you guys in the very next video. Bye, you guys.